Ah, here we are. We are back. It is time for us to end this rapturing with the last few chapters. So here we are with Lizzie's chapter. As we know, Stephen and Lizzie have been talking. So we know she's kind of in a horrible relationship with her husband, who is probably dead in a car crash. And we know she works here at this holiday camp.
Rachel? Hey, what on earth's going on?
It's been awful. The thunder and the lightning and all the power went out and everyone was in the hall, so I told them all to stay put. And then Sean Davis said he wasn't going to be told what to do by a stupid bloody girl and went out for a cigarette. And then didn't come back. And then Di, she went out after him and she didn't come back either.
Where's Dylan? Was he with Sean and Di?
No, I'd be looking after him. Do you think they'll come back?
I don't know, Rachel.
I don't care what anyone thinks. I just know if he was my baby, I could never leave him. Even if the whole world was coming to an end, I'd make sure he came first.
You'd be a good mum, Rachel.
I think at some point we do learn that Stephen and Di, the two people that got squashed by the train, were actually a bunch of arseholes.
Doing a great job.
Stephen was, at least. Was it not Stephen?
I just got a few things to finish up here and then I'll come
so many
back
people,
in.
so many names.
Right.
Go on.
I'm kind of under the impression that between what's it and Diana or Di, the other guy's a bit of a control twat. Hello, Domino's Pizza.
You can't save them. Just pack a case and meet me at the station.
They've closed the lines.
Oh God, where?
Because of the flu.
There is no flu, Lizzie.
Oh Christ, Stephen, I'm not stupid. Of course there's no flu, but the stations are still closed.
There's an access footpath that runs alongside the main tunnel. You can get out that way. They won't have thought of it.
You know what's going on, don't you?
You can't use the phone anymore.
What, like you're not using one right now?
Yeah.
Listen, just don't use the phone after this. No TV or radio either. It can hide in the signal.
You make it sound like it's alive.
I don't think we have a word for what it is. Just promise me. Don't tell anyone. Pack quietly. Meet me at the station tomorrow, all right?
I feel awful lying and leaving all these people here.
It was a brilliant idea about the show. Top marks for that, you clever thing. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow.
But didn't you say that to your wife, Stephen? Softness. Softness. Typical British weather. Pissing it down even in an apocalypse.
Boy, Shipley, I want to work with you. What? Get over here, soft lad, and keep your voice down. Do you know who I am?
Yeah? You work for Meg Holloway?
Charlie Tate. You can call me Charlie.
What's this about, Charlie?
Rachel Baker.
What about her?
Oh, come on, son, I wasn't born yesterday. Are you looking to get your head kicked in?
She's 16. She's not a kid.
You try telling her dad that. He'll bloody kill you.
I love her, though. You can't stop love.
How old are you, Reese?
I'm not
is the
telling you
question.
to stop anything. Just be careful, that's all.
He must be at least like what? A bit older, but not that much older that it would be creepy. I'd like to think he's like 18, 19, maybe 20 at the most. So, you notice the tiny ball that's going around Lizzie's ball. Kind of obvious what's happened.
Don't touch it. It's fine.
It's like a sunburn, but it's a funny shape. Is it sore?
I can't feel it at all. Don't fuss over
I
it.
can't believe that you left Kate there. Why won't you tell me what happened?
She's probably not even noticed I've gone. It's really nothing.
You're lying. Don't lie to me.
Fine.
Yeah,
had a
Stephen,
row.
didn't work with Kate, don't do it here.
She'll work all night anyway.
Stephen, listen to me. Was there an accident? Is that how your face got burnt?
It's nothing. Something, I don't know. Just got a bit shaken up and then we fought. She wanted to stay and collect more data.
Was she burnt as well? Is everything all right?
Jesus, Liz, are you sleeping with me or her? She's fine, we're both fine. I don't want to talk about her. I came here to see you.
I just worry.
Well, don't. Come to bed.
Yeah, I've got this massive burn on my side of my face, but hey, I still want to fuck. It depends what kind of... I mean, that's the thing, we never see the extent of it. It's supposed to... I think what's supposed to have happened is the pattern's meant to have burnt them, him and Kate. And it's meant to have branded them a little bit on the side of their faces. But we don't see it, so it's like, well, what? How bad is it? I do love the music in this game. It's absolutely gorgeous.
I don't even care that he was screwing her. What made me angry was that he treated me like I was too stupid to notice. I dream through the light storm and see the pattern dancing on his skin as he burns. I wake up with eyes full of liquid light. I'm going to concentrate all 5 remaining towers on the same point in the sky. If it is establishing conduits for communication, that should create a jump in bandwidth.
She sounds like she's going mad.
Hey, it's just been on the radio that they're closing the roads.
That's Sean,
Something
that's his
about
name.
the flu?
No one here has flu, Sean. There's no flu here.
Don't be silly, Sean, you
She said
asshole.
another family wept and left. She said they must have left last night, but their car and all their stuff's still here.
Screw this day. There's 15 people up and left in 2 days. I don't like it.
Well, don't you know?
Where's the baby?
Asleep in the caravan. Sean, I don't want to sit around here waiting for it to get worse. I reckon if we leave now, we can get out of the valley before they get their acts together and close the roads.
You think so?
Yeah, we can go the back roads, through the woods. I'll leave some money on the side for Mrs. Graves. You know her husband isn't back yet either.
He's a boozer, right? That's what I've heard. That's your problem anyway.
Don't be unkind, Sean.
Come on, let's go and get Dylan.
Okay, so they seemingly wanted to go get the kid, but I'm pretty sure there's somewhere... I don't know, I listened to a YouTube video explaining the stories. Pretty sure there's a bit where they kind of go, they didn't want to take the kid with them anyway, because they kind of didn't want him, and it's a bit like, oh, but baby.
I think it was instant. I know that's no help.
Can you leave me alone?
There was nothing we could do. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, Pat.
You've woken the baby. Just leave me alone.
Rachel, I'm sorry. Sorry.
And you found it like this?
Yeah. I got into the habit of checking in first thing in the morning just to make sure he's had his pills.
Mr. Coles is not a well man, Elizabeth. It's entirely possible he upped and wandered off. If things progressed, the mind can be a fragile thing, you know?
It's just not very like him, that's all I'm saying, Doctor. He never misses the mid-morning bingo.
He didn't smoke, did he?
Not that I knew of.
There's a funny... It's like ash.
Well, that is odd. Reese cleaned in here yesterday afternoon. I'll have to have a word.
It's not like cigarette ash. Strange.
It's like
Dr. Wade
cremated ash.
We needed back at the village. Apparently Mrs. Barton has disappeared.
So here, yeah, they've all started to disappear. Ah! Door. So it seems to be taking the weak, but the elderly first.
Yeah, it is. You ever seen anything like it? They must be well happy at the observatory place.
They're probably all partying there right now. This is right, boss.
It is. Right. That's me. Short leash. Kids up half a night, bloody teething. Missus will kill me if I'm gone too long. Good night, mate.
Night.
Ah, my favourite brand of shampoo. Green. Someone left the queue on with nothing in it. Waste of a queue.
I tried to leave the observatory, but couldn't. I stood at the gates, but couldn't conceive of a world outside. The strangest feeling. As if the valley, Stephen, everything was simply irrelevant. An idea of something, not as something itself. I'm losing track of time. Of whether I'm asleep or awake. My fingers have gone numb at the tips. It's like they still feel. But what they feel is no longer for me. Like the signal has been hijacked.
Oh no. Anything but hijacked. By what? Daleks? Where's the ball gone? Oh.
Hi, this is Kate Collins and Stephen Appleton. Leave a message.
Stephen, it's me. I'm leaving. I've waited as long as I can. If you are there to meet me, I'm leaving for the station now, but I am going anyway, whether you're there or not. I love you. Please be there. I love you.
She's like, I'm buggering off whether you like it or not. You are. So we've come from down there. I think the idea is it's meant to take you on basically a loop around, so you end up coming back to this building, which is the main hall.
We're not even really talking at the moment, if I'm honest with you. I've been sleeping in one of the empty chalets. Otherwise, we just sit there in silence. And then he goes off and pretends he's not drinking from one of his secret little stashes. And I pretend I ain't noticed, and then when we go to bed, it's all I can do not to scream. I don't know why we're still together. Except I do. Still love him.
You remind me of Mary when she was your age. If we'd had a daughter, I'd have been proud if she turned out like you.
You don't have to say that.
Just talk to Robert. Tell him you know he's drinking again. You two can work it out together. I know you can.
I wish I had your faith. I just don't want to be the person who stayed because they were afraid to move. I know you can't dwell on the past. I know that, but sometimes you do just think, don't you? What if the accident hadn't happened? I could have been anywhere right now, rather than stuck here, rehearsing Peter Bloody Pan and fixing tumble dryers for the umpteenth time. Oh, Frank, you are an angel.
Don't be daft. You're still young, Lizzie. You got plenty of time to be whoever you want to be. Just don't keep using that leg of yours, or that husband, as an excuse.
Damn straight. So she's... wouldn't say she's in a wheelchair, but she's... well, no, because she'd have been a smaller silhouette, wouldn't it? But she's got a leg issue. And no doubt Mr. Graves is too busy getting drunk to notice. Anyone pooping?
You shouldn't be smoking, you know. Not in your condition.
Stephen's fault. He got me started again.
I'm not going to try and stop you, but the weather's looking pretty rough. There's a storm coming.
That's what Stephen said. He said he'll meet me, but there's things he has to do first. He seems to think that all of this is connected to him. I don't know. I'm going anyway, whether he comes or not.
I'm assuming Stephen has thought of a way through the quarantine.
Oh, he's clever. You can't give him that.
Do you trust him, though?
Well, I love him. So I'd hope that was good enough.
I hope so, too. Listen, if you can't get through, for whatever reason, I'm getting people together at the village hall, rounding up stragglers, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I've got all the campers together here, doing a show. Peter Pan. The kids love it. It'll take their minds off things. And did you see that?
No, I didn't. Too busy looking at you guys talking.
Scoutmasters and members of the clergy will act as your representatives during this period, and be sure to report any symptoms of illness.
What's wrong? You look terrible.
Mrs. Graves.
Sean, baby Dylan, is he all right?
He's fine. Di, come on.
It's okay. Let's get you a cup of tea.
Mrs. Graves, I need to tell you.
Leave it, Di.
You try and get out of the valley. All the roads are shut there.
I know. I was driving really fast, but the other
I was the back here
cars
after
on
they
the
crashed to the
road and-
thingy.
Oh God, I think
Di,
he...
for fuck's sake, leave it.
It's all right. Hey, you're all right. Sean's all right. Baby Dylan's all right. That is what matters. Everyone's all right.
But
no. No, I need your help. Some of the children, they're getting quite
I think
frightened.
Lizzie's kind of
So
aware of what they're
Rachel
trying to
and I
say.
decided to push
And she's
forward
obviously
the
like,
show, keep Mark
he's a
quiet.
twat, I don't care.
You said the other night you play piano. Can you help with that?
Yes, I suppose so, but Mr. Graves, Rob...
Can look after himself. He's a big boy now.
With a big branch stuck through his chest.
Just head to the hall and find Rachel. She'll tell you what needs practicing.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Graves.
And
Thank
Sean, go and find Reese, please, see if he needs some help.
Yeah, of course.
Don't be a twat, Sean.
Oh, Robert.
Alright, maybe she cares a little bit. Enough to at least save face in front of people. Oh, we've done that.
Oh God, Stephen. What's happening to me?
Dunno, Stephen, what's happening to you? That was a very short message, just like, oh no, something's happening. Go away now. Do people disappear while they're paddly boaties? Is that why they're in the middle of the lake? Let's go in. Oh no, invisible wall.
She's done a runner.
Don't say that, Reese. She wouldn't do that. Would she? What about Dylan?
She's not exactly jumped at the chance of looking after him, has she? She just left you to it. She's not coming back.
Then let her go. She's always thinking of everyone else. There must be something important she needs to do.
It looks like you're in charge now.
So I guess this means we're not leaving, are we?
Spain can wait. Listen, you get back in there, and you make this the best bloody Peter Pan ever performed in England. And I'm gonna go and get your mum and dad.
Promise me you'll come back.
I promise.
This is a public service announcement from Hamilton District Council Emergency Measures Committee. Road and rail closures are being implemented to help contain the outbreak of this horrendous. Please remain
Ugh,
calm
it's
and
horrible. I'm gonna ride one of those.
community leaders, head teachers, scoutmasters, and members of the clergy will act as your representatives during this period. And be sure to
Come on.
Hello, Catherine.
It's Kate. Elizabeth?
Lizzie. I've heard a lot
Brian.
about you. It's good, you know, you and Emma. It's not difficult or anything.
Should it be?
I'm sorry?
You said it wasn't difficult. I don't see why it would be difficult. You and Stephen were together a long time ago. He moved away. Certainly.
He's mine now, bitch.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you, or...
Well, I'm not offended. Listen, Elizabeth...
But Lizzie, please.
Lizzie. Right. You seem like an okay type of person. And I'm not trying to be rude, I promise. But let's try and be realistic here, huh? Let's, try and do our best. That's a British thing, right?
Yeah, yeah. I suppose it is. We'll do our best then.
Ooh. I mean, from the one thing we've heard, it's clearly obvious that Kate knew that Lizzie and Stephen were shaking hands. It's a little baby ball. That's because it's... I don't know what that little ball is, and it's really sad. No.
Let me get that.
I can manage.
Is your hip giving you grief today?
Always gives me grief. And I managed for the last 10 years, so you're a little late for the knight in shining armour routine.
Sue yourself, I'm only trying to help.
God damn it, Stephen. I'm not some useless, sappy girl that you can just string along forever. Look, I found you. I made all of this. I built it.
What, even the swimming goggles?
Everyone else had written me off as some poor little cripple.
You know that's not how I see you.
Well, you weren't there, were you? No. You'd given up on me long before the accident.
What do you want from me, Lizzie? I love you. I'll do anything.
Anything except tell Kate? I thought not. I love you too, but sometimes I think you just say what you think everyone else wants to hear.
He kind of does. Stephen is a prick. Those doors weren't open before. Dun dun dun. Six to 16-year-olds. Damn, I'm 1 year too late. For I clearly am a 5-year-old. As you can tell by my high child voice. Ah, I see they're preparing for some sort of emergency. Hope they left plenty of bog roll for everyone else.
Sleeping baby, darling child, clouds and starlight, starlight, starlight.
Why is she out here?
When you wake, you will be mine. Starlight, sleep and love. Shh. Sleeping baby, shadow dust.
You gonna eat it?
clouds and starlight.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Starlight. When we're called to go, we must. Into starlight. Sleep. And love.
Is he asleep? You all right, kid?
I'll be alright. You should get some sleep, Charlie. You look exhausted.
Oh, Jesus.
There's data coming through faster than I can encode it. I've already lost 2 processors. They keep burning out.
Please, I love you. You need to get out of there. It's not safe.
I need you, Stephen. I need you here. I can open the gate manually. I can let you in.
It's too dangerous. You don't understand what's happening
No,
over here.
you don't understand. We can solve this. We can find a way. I just need more power. I need to amplify the signal, and I can't do it on my own. You saw the opportunity. You ran the numbers, remember?
We're responsible for all this. You and me.
It's not just you and me anymore, though, is it?
Jesus, Kate, you're trying to talk to it, aren't you? Kate, you can't.
Stephen, I have to.
I think it's E.T. Except this E.T. kills people.
It's completely dead. It won't start.
It's only a short walk to the camp. I think we should split up. You go and fetch Rachel. I'll go back to the village and find Evie.
I don't think we should split up.
I don't want to either, Charlie, but we've got to. I'll meet you back at my house later on, okay? We can talk properly then.
Why won't you tell me what happened?
No, actually, you should stay at the camp tonight. Come and find me in the morning. Bring Rachel back. She's going to need her mother.
Meg.
Just take care of her.
Meg!
What is it, Charlie?
Nothing. Just be careful, that's all.
I will, I promise. You as well. I'll see you later on.
Well, I was right. The further we've gone, you don't hear any birds anymore.
Why on earth are you there? Why aren't you calling from home?
It's hard to explain. I'm having to move around to follow it. When it finds a suitable host, it begins to amplify. Sorry, I'm not making much sense.
They're talking about flu and a quarantine on the radio, but this... I know you're not...
This is no flu, dear.
Really weird.
We don't know exactly what it is yet, but it's got something to do with the other night.
Stephen, your face, the mark. Do you think you're infected?
It's not a disease, Lizzie. It's something else. There's something Kate said about patterns. I can't grasp it clearly yet.
Okay, come over. Have some lunch. We can talk properly. Have you spoken with Kate?
She's locked herself in the observatory. She's buried in the data. But it's already out here in the world. I need to see how it adapts.
How what adapts? Stephen, try to explain.
Time's up. Lizzie, listen. Be ready. I need to go. It's moving again. I'll call you later.
Right then. I have no feet. Just a floating head in the void.
Do you think she'll like it?
It's in an awful state, Stephen. I don't think
It'll be an
she'll...
adventure. It'll mean putting down roots here, maybe a family.
Are you sure she wants children? What, to stay here? It's not her place, you know.
Don't start that again, please.
I mean, she's ambitious, love, and she's, well, older. She's not going to want to stay cooped up at home looking after the kids.
Is that how you felt about me?
Oh, stop it, Stephen. That's not
Yeah,
what I
Wendy,
mean.
old bitch.
You know it. I'm just saying you should make a choice. If it's a family you want, well, you know how much Lizzie wants a family.
Jesus, Mum, I didn't come here for marriage guidance. I just asked what you thought about a fucking house.
Stephen, Appleton language.
Sorry, it's just
Sorry,
that you have to
the
understand
fucking
Kate is the
house.
most brilliant, extraordinary, wonderful person I've ever known. She's like no one else. The way she
And
looks at
yet you cheated on
it's
her
like
anyway.
She has whole worlds inside her head. I don't think you or anyone really understands that.
Jeez, at least admit when your marriage has got flaws, mate. Oh yeah, I could totally sleep in here with no bed. Or even better, just... Oh, I was going to say, there's not even a crapper.
Physical changes are evident. Although the butterfly burn is now faded, I can clearly see the change in my pores up close. As I record these words, I can feel myself hearing them as if for the first time, as if I'm both speaker and listener simultaneously. I am a scientist. I can only deal with the evidence I have. And this points in one simple direction. It's not in the observatory. It's in me.
Jesus, that's quite a lot now.
Kate, can you hear me? Listen, I'm trying to make things right. I've isolated myself. I'm in the old bunker at the substation. Just keep this band clear. If it's still alive, I'll try and check in every hour. Kate, I've convinced them to use the gas. I didn't know how else to stop it. I couldn't save them. Kate, it's in us, too. I've made arrangements for myself after the strike, after I finish the job. You need to think of that, too. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry about it all.
Are you though? I mean, yeah, you are, but still, are you though? Where? Oh.
No phones, you know the protocol. That doesn't matter now. It's figured out how to circumvent the telecommunications blackout. What? I didn't think it could. Kate understood. She saw how adaptable it was. How smart. Jesus Christ, you're talking about it like it's alive. You have to assume that
It's
everyone
alive.
here is infected. We can't know that. We're infected. It's killed all the birds, and now it's in us. It's trying to leave the valley any way it can. The quarantine is not enough. You've got to remove the carriers. You've got to cut off its energy source, its food. I've already told you, Stephen, I'm not going to water an airstrike. Now it knows we're onto it. It's going to keep on spreading as fast as it can. The quarantine and blackout will hold it in check. They've cut all of the phones out of the valley, so it's only you communicating out now. Are you listening? It's figured out ways around it. Radio waves, something. All of the lines are cut, but the phones are working anyway. You've done all the right things, but it's not enough. You've got to stop it before it adapts again. Stephen, my family, my wife and kids. You know perfectly well what you've got to do. I can't do it. Don't ask me to do it. You're asking me to sign their death warrant, my own family. Damn it, don't you think I'm aware of that? I'll still be here when you drop the fucking stuff. Don't you lecture me about sacrifice, you spineless little shit. If you're so full of ideas, you come here and try dealing with it. Tell them the time when we had a choice is over. Tell them to do it. You've got to do it now.
In that case, I'm gonna fuck off then if you don't mind.
You look well.
I don't. But thank you. You too. How are you settling in?
Nothing changes around here. I mean, it's great to be back. It still feels like home, I suppose. In a funny kind of way.
It's been a long time, Stephen. Last time you saw me, I could still walk properly.
You look pretty good to me.
Stop it.
Oh, stop it, but keep going.
I'm sorry about how things worked out.
Or didn't.
Or didn't, right.
Do you think you made a mistake leaving?
My mum tells me it's never too late to change things. To put things right.
Funny. It's just what she said to me the other day. I have been wondering what she meant by that.
That's embarrassing. Sorry.
Maybe I should go.
Why?
Stephen, we're both married. I don't think this is a good idea.
What isn't? We're just two old friends having a drink, that's all.
Yeah, of course it was that. That was all. So it's like the same pub environment from earlier on. It's just flipped. Oh, well, I suppose all pubs look the same, supposedly. Watch down the public footpath. I've missed a few things, but it's kind of the problem with games like this.
Come here, this was a mistake.
What do you want me to say? You knew what you were getting into.
Really?
Well, I'm sorry we don't measure up to your exacting standards, Dr. Collins. Maybe you just need to give us ordinary humans a break.
What? Ordinary humans like Lizzie Graves? Did you really think that I wouldn't find out? Frank told me, or did you forget there's one person in this shithole who actually talks to me?
Kate, it was just a drink.
Don't bother, Stephen!
Oh, for Christ's sake. Kate, slow down.
You were engaged to her, Stephen. You nearly married her.
Oh, come on, it was just a drink.
Then why the hell did you lie to me about it?
Because I knew you'd be mad and then it would end up in a row. You wanted to focus on the event tonight.
Oh, so you were actually doing me a favor. Wow, I guess I just forgot to say thank you. Do not treat me like I'm an idiot.
You're overreacting. I know you're stressed.
Just don't. You keep away from me tonight. I'm not gonna let you ruin this for me.
Kate. Kate, come on, this is crazy.
Sounds like she's a bit full of herself, to be honest.
Jesus, man, what have you done to your face?
It's nothing. You collecting feed? Looks like the supplies haven't been coming in.
Yeah.
Phones are all strange. I can't pinpoint the logic of transmission.
You what? What are you doing with that paint?
Means the EMC are actually moving at the proper speed. Listen, Frank. Have you heard anything on the radio about a flu outbreak?
Doesn't seem much like flu to me.
They're shutting down access.
We've seen a flu, and that there no be no flu, sir.
About the phones.
We're like a poo flu.
What are you talking about? Hey, I'm still talking to you. Where are you going?
I'm gonna beat you up.
It's all over the valley. Don't you get that? This isn't some abstract thing. Whatever came down into the tower has got out. They've quarantined the whole valley.
It's right here in the observatory.
It's out in the world. It's adapting and spreading. Do you understand?
No, we can't turn it away. It's come too far.
Okay, people are disappearing. Shut it down now.
No. If you won't help me, I'll do it on my own. I'm gonna route all the power back through Tower 6.
Kate!
Wait. It's trying to break through again.
Kate! Wait!
Huh. We somehow got back onto the farm. Well, back we go. I think there's a trophy for doing that. You feasibly can travel all the way back to the beginning of the game. It's like, This is actually the last chapter where you can actually roam. The other one's kind of linear. Rearing. Carol's whippies. Nobody likes Carol's whippies. What's that?
Hello? Hello, is there anyone there? Can anyone hear me? Clive? Clive, it's Stephen Appleton. Are you there? Can you hear me? Over. Come on, Clive, where are you?
Dead.
Damn it. Kate, it's Stephen. I'm in Tower 6. Kate, are you there? Kate? Anyone? Hello? Can anyone hear me? This is Dr. Stephen Appleton broadcasting from within the quarantine zone. Can anybody hear me? Over. Oh, God, no. No. Fucking hell, no!
Yeah. Stupid auto door. See, he's telling me to go that way, but I want to go and look what's over here.
You're a daft old bird walking all the way out here for it. You know Charlie would have dropped it off.
What, and have that stinking great lorry of his poisoning my birds? He shouldn't be driving it on these lanes. It's a hazard.
I think
I'll tell you something, back in my day we didn't drive lorries on any roads, we used our
They might all be
feet.
scared of you, but that's not going to work with me. You're 68 years old. Grow up. Talk to Frank.
How dare you speak to me like that? Give me my bird feeder right now.
Promise me you'll drop by and see your brother.
Megan Holloway,
Not a chance. Promise me. It's for your own good, and you know it.
You are a shamelessly manipulative and difficult woman. It's no wonder Charlie adores
And you're
you
a
so
stubborn
much.
old bitch.
No wonder I do what?
No wonder you never finish what you start. I thought I told you to check the incoming stock orders. Wendy, one bird feeder for you. I'll tell Frank you'll stop by.
Oh!
Charlie, stop mooning around and stick the kettle on. Make yourself useful.
Yeah, Charlie, Jesus, it's like you don't start what you finish what you start. Ooh. Oh, that's not nose blood, that's brain blood. That's murder blood.
Appleton! What are you doing here? You thieving bastard, I knew it was you. Listen, take everything you need. But then you have to leave. You don't understand, you can't be near me. Painting these stupid little pictures. Stealing food. You always were a little prick. Please, every second we're in proximity makes it worse. I'm a primary conduit. You're a fucking disgrace. Come here! Don't touch me, get off!
What's going on?
Come in here, Lord!
Jesus,
Get over
Sam!
us! Thinking you're so much better
Sam,
than the
leave
rest
him!
of us. No,
Sam Bacon seems like a
stupid
twat.
fucking missus!
Sam, stop
She's
it!
better than any of you!
He just committed a murder!
Sam? Meg, please.
Don't come near me.
Meg!
Charlie!
Meg, wait!
Don't touch me!
Meg, please, you have to understand, it was an accident!
Let go, let's just go.
Charlie, you have to understand, it was an accident.
Just leave him. Leave him.
What have you done, Appleton, you bastard?
Come on, Charlie, let's just
Meg,
get out
Charlie,
of here.
please!
Oh no, it was an accident. I accidentally hit him on the head with a hammer. Alright, music, Jesus Christ. He killed him!
Station Master's house, Howard Lantham speaking. Howard, it's Clive. Clive Smith. I need you to listen to me and not ask questions or interrupt. Can you do that? Yeah, I can. But why are you calling? The Emergency Measures Committee is imposing a quarantine around the valley. We've got an influenza outbreak in the village. We're suspending rail services, and we're also going to be shutting down the roads for a bit. You're going to be dealing with some anxious people, Howard, so you need to explain it's all under control, and we'll be back to normal in a few days. All right? Open up the emergency store. There's posters and boards, along with a bunch of stuff that hasn't been used since the war. Grab anything you think might be useful. I need you to close up any unoccupied buildings, put posters up, that sort of thing. Make sure everything is all squared away and shipshape. You are a military man, I'm sure you understand that. Everyone doing their bit, following their orders. All right? All right? I think. Good man. I knew we could count on you. Ah, Jesus, Maze.
Oh. He's been infected. He's got a little train set. I mean, personally, it should be a steam locomotive, but Jesus. I suppose the blood loss didn't kill them.
Repeating over and over to myself in the dark, eating cold food from a can with my fingers. My name is Catherine Collins. I am Catherine Collins.
And I am Spartacus, so
force
what?
the world to acknowledge my existence. Time has ceased to exist in any real terms. I'm reduced to marking out the days on the walls. Like a kid.
In my own poo.
Darling Stephen, I don't know if you'll ever listen to this. Maybe you've decided to stay with Kate, and I can't blame you for that. But I can't wait for you either. I've got to think about the baby.
Huh?
And, well, I should have left a long time ago. I've run out of excuses for not leaving now. But I do love you, Stephen. And I hope you find peace one way or another. Oh, there's planes coming.
They closed the tunnel.
There's no trains. I've put up a sign.
The tunnel, Howard. Is it closed?
I think so. I don't like it. It's not right at all.
Stop whining. It doesn't help anyone. Did you know you're bleeding?
Oh, it's this headache. It's just killing me. I haven't had a nosebleed like this since I was a kid.
But you've not been to the village?
No, I've been here the last couple of days, or at home. I've only spoken to Clive at the EMC on the phone. Well, tried to anyway, but with all the crossed lines...
But no direct contact with any other people?
No, no one. What are you talking about? What's going on?
It's the pattern. It's adapted again. It doesn't need direct contact to transfer. It's using the phones.
What do you mean, direct contact? Stephen!
Stop talking out your arse.
When I was a kid, my dad found a fox. It had been hit by a car and couldn't walk anymore. My mum went spare, of course. Made him keep it in the shed. He was already slipping away from us then. He spent hours with that fox, telling it all about Italy and the villages they bombed there. I was jealous, I think. That the fox got more of my dad than I did. But it was dying, that was clear. So one day, I snuck out, took it a sandwich for food. I was only 8. When it bit me, I remember the anger, the shock, the hurt. Running in, screaming from the garden. My mum panicking about rabies. My dad beat it to death with a spade. Later I found him crying. McDonough Kent's son. That's what he said. McDonough Kent, it was hurting you. That's just a poor, dumb, dying animal. It doesn't know it's hurting us. Christ help us, it's left the valley. It's everywhere now. It's been 3 hours since the planes went over. I haven't been able to reach anyone on the shortwave. I'm beginning to think I may have made a terrible miscalculation.
Oh, this doesn't look like it's going to end in a happy, slappy, family-friendly way.
You understand me, don't you? Well, there's no one left. Just me. You know what this is? What I'm gonna do? You want light? Fine. I'll give you light. After me, there's no one. You'll be all alone again. Forever. Like before. You've taken everyone I've ever loved from me. You've made me do things I never even thought I was capable of. But if you think I'm coming with you... Kate? Wait. Stop. Kate.
He got turned into toast.
This is Catherine Collins. I don't know if anyone will ever hear this. It's all over. I'm the only one left.
On the plane, Stephen leaned across me and pointed out the window. Down there, he said. That's home. But all I saw were patches of color. I don't think until this moment that I understood that one could contain the other so completely. I watched a butterfly dancing in a strip of sunlight. All of its life contained in a single day. The blink of an eye between the ebb of the darkening tide. Lying there with the pattern curled around me, I saw the inevitability. The necessity of presence born from absence. The constant unfolding. I know it didn't mean to hurt any of them. I try and explain why Lizzie tried to leave with her child and why it was wrong to stop her. I try and explain that much of what it did was wrong. It shows me Stephen and Lizzie together,
And I'm happy for them. Frank walks his fields with Mary. Wendy and Edward nest together in the orchards of their love. Jeremy lies at peace with his God at last. All of them are happy because they are together. I understand it better now. It is a collector of time. Of butterflies.
I think that's meant to imply that you've been walking around as Kate the entire time. You're sort of reliving everyone's final moments. I don't know if that's the general consensus, but it's a thought nonetheless.
I watched the pattern lean in and time slow to almost nothing. I saw the flame leap from Stephen's hand and the moment hang in the air forever. I watched his face, and in the last second, I almost believe he saw me. He wasn't frightened or angry. I remember his expression, just like I remember it from the first time, early that morning when he woke and, still half sleeping, said, "God, I love you." And I loved him as he entered the fire, and I let him go, knowing I wasn't ready to join him. We have held time to ourselves here in this place. Held the light to the ground because we were afraid of the coming dark. But now we understand that to cling to the light is not living. I've spent my life watching the illumination from a million dead stars reaching for me without grasping this meaning. The light we cast transcends our death. The pattern made by our living creates a bridge across the dark. It reaches out from the shadow of the tower, across the observatory, over the valley, and consumes the world. Everything is light now. Everything has come to rest. The world is scored by the traces we carved into it. Our presence is everywhere, the bridge joining our stories. This world existed before we came to it, and it will continue without us. In the empty fields and houses, our traces radiate, and others will come to dance in the light we cast. We can slip away gently, unafraid, knowing that everything will continue. The end is coming now. I'm not afraid. We have each other. We lived apart from them. We understand now our failure to touch, to belong. But it doesn't matter anymore. Everybody is gone, and we will join them. We are born apart, driftwood on the banks of an endless dark ocean, and we will be carried away by the swell soon enough. But in between, in the single day of living, that dancing in a strip of sunlight, we can find what we miss. The love that makes us whole. The imminence. Everybody found their other. This pattern is mine.
And there we go. Everybody went to the Rapture. Overall, I quite like this game. It's a big step up from Dear Esther in pretty much everything. Like graphically, story-wise, makes slightly more sense. And of course, bloody hell, the music's just gorgeous. Oh, do you see them dancing? What are they dancing exactly? Just listen to the freaking music. Oh. There's not much else to say, really. It is pretty much just a nice little game, nice little story. A lot of things I missed, I realised. But, oh well. That's kind of the point of these, that you're supposed to play through them once, sort of taking what you can, and then you kind of go back in and see what you've missed, or, and you know, obviously with knowledge you gain from the previous playthroughs, you can kind of grasp what's going on. And other scenes make a lot more context, because obviously a lot of the scenes there are sort of all over the place. I guess the idea meant to use that thing between your ears, and I don't mean your nose. Another director's commentary on Dear Esther. I don't think there's one for this one, which is a shame because I'd like to hear their process of how they made this. I just have to check something. Just something about being copyright claimed. Well, that's good then. I hate it when it says that. Because the algorithms can't tell the difference when something's been done genuinely and something hasn't. Let me just do one. I'm pretty sure that eventually it'll be like, yeah, you can. One slight note was the same as this one. Banish it. Claim the money. There's no money being made from this. I've got nowhere near the viewer count or the subscriber count to actually start earning money from this. Which is why I find it hilarious that all these like bots put all these like fucking porn links and shit. It's like, you do realise that my audience is of 4 or 5 people, or 19 according to my subscriber thing. It's like, that's not a lot in comparison to other YouTube channels. But that's the thing with the bots as well. They just find a channel that's streaming and they don't care what it is. They just put them on there. I've not had any more shit from YouTube for them, so clearly they must be aware that they're aware of these things. They're just not stopping it. Everybody's dead or gone. They've buggered off. some admin on the older channel, making sure I've got everything that needs to be in a playlist And starting one for this one as well, because there's going to be 3 videos for this piece of shit. Let's get around to finishing my Assassin's Creed Odyssey thing at some point. And start the Valhalla version as well. Maybe that'll be next. Provided I can actually put those games on my PS5 without it going, no space. Let's see, do we have a commentary track? Start new game. We don't. Well, that's shit. That'd have been cool to hear. Oh well. No, I don't think so. Oh well, that'll be it for this one. So, thank you for watching. Everybody's gone to Raptures, where everyone's buggered off. And I shall see you for the next one. So, tatty bye. And remember, if you see a great big light, run away from it, alright?